Peace. I'm having like a rather troubling afternoon because I feel like people with certain ailments, certain problems shouldn't make. I feel like people, if you got issues in your inner mind, you shouldn't be making it anybody else's issues. On top of that, I feel like those who there's too many liars and perpetuators. There's too many liars and perpetuators in the world. There's too many people who, instead of just doing the work to better themselves, they would much rather lie in front and perpetuate into things in which they truly aren't. You know what I'm saying? And then when it's time for them to show up in that truth, they die. They're defeated. They're reminded of their place in the world. And I'm even learning right now is like this is why you should just state your feelings and just throw your cares on Yahweh. It always comes back to Yahweh at the end of the day. You sad. Most likely you sad about some shit another person did. Like I truly value and I want my individuality back. I want my individuality. I want my individuality back. I miss the time when I was staying alone and I didn't have to answer to nobody but Yahweh. You feel me? I miss staying alone, but I'm in a position where I have to endure. And these are the parts where we do foolish things, we say foolish things. But I've learned better, and I've learned just to be honest with Yahweh, and everything will sort its way out. That's the proper way of prayer. You are to speak with your heart and all the truths that's in it. No matter how fucked up, no matter how egregious, ignorant, angry it is, if you have a good heart, it ain't that bad. It's probably warranted, and you feeling that negative about people. And lately, like man, even just like last night, going through all the stuff of what I went through and all the things that have been said to me by my own family, it's really, really, really put a damper on me wanting to like create relationships with people. It's truly, I don't know, man. It's like certain shit. I'm just not. I'm not. I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to be an angry person. But a lot of times these days, it's been seeming like people aren't worth knowing. On top of being on like social media, you just see how people on social media are that they're just fucking weird, and then you see like certain situations with people and all that. Like people have become so weird today, odd, and it's like they're weird and odd in ego. They're not weird and odd as individuals. You feel me? They're not quirky anymore. They're just egotistical lames who feel like the little power that they have is like is mine, when it's like no, you get your blessings by being available. You know what I mean? Being willing to help. But don't take the story to then prop yourself up. Like I'm sure when I'm able to be in the position, I'm gonna be helping a lot of people, and I'm not saying I helped them. Because it's not about me, man. It's not about, you know what I'm saying? It's not about some egotistical thought process where I matter. I matter anyway. I mattered before fame and money. You know what I mean? I know I truly matter. I know I've brightened some people's days just by showing up. You know what I'm saying? And none of the people, and I mean none of the people who come up against me can say the same for themselves. Like for real, truly. Like somebody was happy to see them. Like, oh my God, I'm happy to. Oh my God. So I don't know, man. I don't. I have a little bit of ego, but I'm sorting it out because I never want to be a person who lies to themselves. I never want to be a person who's delusional. I never want to be a person who isn't humble. You feel me? I want anything that I brag about to be not applauded, but like, that's right, man. You really put the work in. You really did your thing. And it's not even really about people. It's just like, all right, in conversation, you talking about what you are and what you do. You want to be able to inspire somebody. You know what I mean? But you have people who, again, they so busy trying to lie and perpetrate. It's like they, I don't know, man. I don't like humans. I'm starting to not like them even more. It's like I feel like I'm 17 again. Because that's when I truly hated people. I could not stand any person because I saw nothing but dysfunction. I saw nothing but corrupt people, liars, adulterers, drunks. I ain't gonna say weed heads because I smoke weed and I'm not a weed head. But at the time, people who the only thing that mattered to them was getting high and talking shit on weekends, drinking, getting drunk, getting high, and talking shit. It's all people want to do. When I grew up, none of them bettered themselves. None of them worked out. None of them ate well. And here they are today, talking down on somebody with way more peace, way more self-love than they ever will have in their life. They're gonna die hating themselves. They're gonna die hating their life. They're gonna die nothing, living up to nothing of what their name is. And I'm not placing a curse. I'm not even, you know what I mean, speaking ill. I'm saying the truth of what it is. There's some people who die in states of unrealization, man. Never truly knowing God. Never truly knowing themselves. All they did was just be shitty to people. And they think because they was able to get a little something, a little piece of the pie, that they're somewhere when they really not. It's motherfuckers in Manhattan right now doing way better than you, but wish they were dead. It's motherfucker in the mansion right now. All the money in the world right now. Going through the same shit you going through. Barely get out their bed. Barely get out their room to even enjoy this big ass house. And you think you living good. Absolutely, Father. So I don't know. I'm trying to make my father proud of me, and I'm trying to like be better. Like I've been trying to like even I've been battling making these speaking things because I don't like how I talk. I love my voice, but the way I talk, I don't particularly like it. I need to fix my diction. I don't finish my sentences. I don't finish my thoughts half the time. But it's because I'm censoring myself. I'm trying not to be long-winded. Trying, you know what I mean? Trying to say something interesting when I don't really need to try. I'm a great conversationalist. You know what I mean? But the world would make you feel like you not. Like my mom, whenever I talk to her, she like, why do you talk like that? Like, Mom, I talk like this. This is how I talk. I talk with basically, she said I make her feel stupid. Well, that's because you are. That's a you problem. That's not me problem. Don't try to make it my problem because you can't handle a person who speaks properly. Like my mom got so much low self esteem, bro. It's crazy, but we don't call it that. We don't look at it like that because we're not able sometimes to change the lens to them just being a person. I look at her like she's my mom, but if I were to look at her like a human being, she need to get her ass beat a long time ago. A lot of times. She need to be humbled a lot in terms of how her life has went. She don't even understand how protected she is in her life. But that's what Father told me. Field day. I'm gonna say, you know what? I'm gonna say this just for future reference, just for the future, sake of the future. I speak directly to to Yahweh every day. I speak to angels every day. I've even speak to demons, imps, other deities every day. Right? I don't talk to them all. I talk to my spirit team. You know what I mean? Whoever's connected to other people, they come talk to me or whatever. You know what I mean? But I talk to Yahweh every day. And I'm even saying this because Father is just say it. Go ahead, say it all. He told me how he feels about my mom. And it ain't good, man. He told me how he feel about all of them. How you feel about my sister, how you feel about my brother, how you feel about my father. And he said, when you leave, when that day comes, and you are able to leave the way you say you want to leave, when you call all your power back and your protection back from this house, field day. And that's why I even got led here. Father told me to come sit where I'm at right now, looking at a field. Beautiful field, by the way. But he kept saying it last night when I was enduring the drunk rant I was going through, being told that I'm not doing better than a motherfucker who's in prison. All those things. Father just kept telling me, field day. Field day. All she doing is wringing out the last little bit of love you have inside of you for them. That's all she doing. She don't even understand that she's setting herself up. She don't even understand how she's about to make her life a true living hell by keep coming against me. And I'm not no witch. I ain't no warlock. I don't do no spells and that shit. But when they say Father don't play about me, he don't play about nobody that belong to him. I, bro, firsthand, Yahweh will murk your family for you. Genesis, where's that Judges? When Aaron got bring his ass up here. There's gonna be two of you coming up here, and one of you is leaving down this hill. You didn't gave this man, and this is what it is, and this is why I'm going through what I'm going through right now, because Father don't want me to be in this situation where I give one of these lame ass people power under His kingdom, just for them to be an Aaron, just for them to be a Miriam. Just for them to be Jephthah, which in my opinion, Jephthah's story is so sad, but is an example of non-chosen people trying to be chosen. I don't give a fuck who he is. I don't give a fuck what he did for the kingdom. I didn't choose him. You chose him. And how about this? His sacrifice don't even mean shit. He's just without a daughter. That's the harsh realities of Yahweh that people don't understand, man. And the funny thing about my mom, like, she never seems to notice this. Whenever she be talking about me a long time and really trying to say some shit, she go into these fucking coughing spells. These harsh coughing spells. She could be talking about anybody else. She could talk shit about my father. She could talk shit about my sister. As soon as she get to talking about me too long, she get to hacking. And it's like, bro, you haven't learned by now by the dreams that you've been having, the situations you've been having, your coughing spells and all that. You ain't learned by now that you can't put your mouth on me. You can't say bad things about me. Because your life is being shortened. But I think because there's cowardice in her blood, she knows that, and she's just trying to commit suicide without commit suicide. But that's the thing. Yahweh's a smart, a genius entity. He knows what you're doing. So no, your suffering is going to be prolonged. You know what? I might not even do nothing no more. You might just get the little warnings here and there. But like Father said, when you leave this place, don't be surprised if I crash a plane into this motherfucker.